Hi to all. I am sending you all full moon in Taurus blessings. I hope that you're all okay. We're going to do another pick a card reading, but what we're going to do is see what is coming in for this Taurus new moon and what you need to know to prepare yourself moving forward as well. Because with the Taurus full moon, it rules the full beaver moon, which is in Taurus. So it's about slowing down, settling in, and celebrating how far you've come. You're supposed to be having good food and good vibes. Um, you need to think about spending long, lazy mornings as well. That would be really helpful because Taurus is teaching us to play the long game. So make sure that your focus is um, in tune with this powerful new moon. Well, it's not a new moon, sorry, it's a full moon, okay? So what you need to let go of as well to make more space for things in your life, because there's a lot of attuning energies that need to happen when it comes down to Taurus, because you need to indulge in certain things that help with your self-worth. With it coming in with Scorpio in the Scorpio season, there's a lot of things that can come in as well that are transformational, unexpected things that can come into our lives when it contains the Taurus full moon. So just remember all of these things, because if you find that unexpected things do start to appear and happen in the weeks ahead, then don't be too shocked by it, because there'll be a reason why this is all happening. It's just that I want to prepare you to be able to move forward in this frequency. So let's move into opening up to what. Wow, I'll keep bloody purging all of the time. Let's go into what set of cards you're inclined to be picking. So are you going to go for the clear quartz? This is a clear quartz point, which is one. What about two? Are you inclined to looking at this? This is aquamarine or black obsidian. Take a few moments or pause the video to have a look and see where you're inclined to look in, because there will be a reason for this, and this will help you with regards to which card you should be picking. I will say as well, when it comes like down to your intentions with Aries, you need to focus your attention on things that you desire the most. With Taurus, you need to start speaking up instead of expecting your partners to read your mind, or people that are in your family, or people that are in your life. You need to start speaking up. Gemini, you need to take a step towards the change that you know that you need to make on the path to health and happiness in your life. And Cancers, allow your own hopes and dreams to take priority in your life. Leos, you need to take responsibility for your own role in a tricky family situation that's happening in your life. With Virgos, you need to announce an ambition or a goal to keep you accountable. With Libras, refuse to accept less than you actually deserve. With Scorpios, you need to start over in life. Love or creative endeavors are involved when it comes down to that. Sagittarius, you need to forgive so you can begin to move forwards. Capricorns, you need to spend more time with people who you love, especially people who love you for who you are. Okay. When it comes down to Aquariuses, you need to allow yourself to dream bigger when it comes down to your career. And with my fellow Pisces, you need to start planning your next big adventures in your life. I hope whilst I've been stating all of this, this helps you to start designating which card you're actually drawn to, and we'll move into the readings for you guys. I'll just put these cards here so I can go deeper. So first of all, we're going to go towards the clear quartz. Now with clear quartz, it basically helps you with your navigation system within your mind. It helps you to gain clarity in your mind. But in actual fact, with the clear quartz crystal, it's also very, very helpful with healing, cleansing, and protecting all of your chakras within your body. I don't know if you can see this iridescence inside of the crystal stone, because this is helpful when you're meditating with stones like this, to be able to see the other colors that come through with the stone. Don't know how well this is coming across to you guys, but if you look inside of the facets, you'll see there's a little story to be told in every crystal, just like my necklace. I'll show you it actually quickly if I can. I'll try my best to show you. But if you look at this, oh, can you see the old man in it? It's incredible. I really love this crystal. It's my shaman stone. But less about me and more about you guys. So you're gaining more clarity, getting yourself into alignment, especially for the Taurus moon that is coming over us tonight. Okay, so let's see what cards you guys actually got. We've got Rise and Shine, Ecstasy. This is looking good for card ones. You guys got a lot of cards as well, actually. A New Beginning. If I go quiet, it's because I'm tuning in to what I'm being told with regards to these energies. We've got Awareness, Throat Chakra as well. Get your power back. Humor. Volatility. Then we have got Everything I Need Is Within Me. You are entirely up to you. We all have ability. The difference is how we use it, okay? So let's dig and delve deeper into this. So for ones, first of all, I was taken to the Ecstasy card, which is coming up under the blue chakras and the orange chakras. So you need to be more expressive and think about the passions that are in your life, especially with the moon. The moon's energy is about manifestation. It's illuminating things in our lives that we need to change and what we can do to start to change these things as well, because there's a lot of things that is in your awareness right now. A lot of downloads that are coming into your life, a lot of heart-based chakra energy as well. And as we can see, the moon is shining down massively when it comes down to our lives. So there's a lot of things being illuminated moving forward. There's a lot of sacred numbers as well, because the 5 and the 6 add up to 11. Then we've got a 1 here. So look up the treble 1 if you're wanting to get some angelic numbers and understanding that comes from that. Also look up the 4s as well, because you've got 13 there and then you've got 5s there, which can be instrumental to like conflicts and challenges and being in the midway when it comes down to making decisions in your life. You may be looking around you guys for support within your life, when in actual fact you may be keeping on drawn back to yourself all of the time, because you need to be very independent with regards to your focus and how you're choosing to do things moving forward in your life. There is a lot of an awakening happening here for pile ones, because your power is coming back to you. But like I said, it may feel like a Lone Ranger energy, feeling alone quite a lot, but at the same time needing to utilize this throat chakra, which may be in a blockage, if I'm honest, because my mind's coming down here to the throat. And if you look at the throat area, it's actually quite dim within this card. I'll see if I can pick it up to show you. Look, do you see how his throat is actually quite dim? This means that you may need healing when it comes down to the throat chakra. And at the same time, the throat chakra is not only about speaking your truths, it's also about ascendance. So there's some sort of downloads that you guys will be getting in the full moon's energy tonight, okay? Your morning routines may be something that you need to look at, because sometimes you may be waking up in the morning and feeling like you don't want to get out of bed. I feel that pretty strongly, if I'm honest with you. I think that I'm also being shown some sort of herbal teas that would be very, very helpful for you guys. I feel like mullein would be helpful for you, and nettle tea. So there might be some gut things going on. You might have some sort of things with regards to your skin going on, with rashes and stuff like that. You may also be thinking about having a spring clean in your bedroom. So maybe that's something that you might want to look at as well. Is your energy calling you towards doing a clean in your house? But mainly and particularly your bedroom and your windows as well, if I'm honest with you, because you're needing to gain new perspective on things in your life, especially when the window is wide open here. You may also be thinking about making some sort of travel plans as well. But mainly, what I would say with the first card is looking at your morning routine and how, because I just saw 11:11 on the clock then actually. So it is something that you need to do to align your life massively with how your routinal pattern is when it comes down to the morning time. And how you look at mornings. So maybe a new morning routine may be a great thing for you to do, and have more of a positive outlook when you're waking up in the morning, because there's a lot of freshness with this energy, ones. And with the freshness, you're better off, like the energy of freshness. You need to embrace it in, because you're coming out of a time in your life where you felt like the odds have been stacked up against you. There's a new way to look at things, but like I said, you may be needing to depend upon yourself when it controls the areas of where your life is being navigated moving forward. You may also be thinking about wearing more eco-efficient clothes as well. If you haven't thought about that, maybe look into it, especially if you're a spiritual person. Wearing particular materials can block the chakras and block you from your ascendance that is happening. Regardless of that, with the awareness card and the new beginnings, it's definitely a brand new way of looking at things. But you may be finding that your crown chakra and your third eye chakra are getting activated. I want you to know that if you are wondering if you're protected when it comes down to some of the thoughts that you have in your mind, you definitely are protected. That's a definite fact. You're protected, but not only that, there's like higher minded cosmic energies that are wanting to come down and help you with the way that you think, and also following your intuitive thoughts. That's something that would be very, very helpful for you guys. 1313 I just saw as well. So you've got a lot of synchronistic numbers that you might want to write down whilst you're listening to this reading. And if you've missed some of those synchronized numbers, rewind the video and you'll be able to hear what numbers I've mentioned already. So yeah, your awareness with your third eye chakra is definitely coming in thick and strong, especially with the throat chakra as well. So like I said, you may have a blocked throat chakra, but what I would say is when your awareness to your intuitive side, your psychic side, your inner standing, you may find it difficult to be able to speak up on these things, because you may have a fear of being ostracized for what you want to say or what you feel is actually impending in your life. So this is the reason why your power is coming back to you in the Taurus full moon, because you may have forgotten who you was underneath the social indoctrination of what other people expect you to be. So what, yeah, I'm purging, it's true. So when people have an expectation of how you should be, that's when a person tends to conform. So you guys might have conformed a little bit to go along with what the status quo would be when it comes down to being an enlightened person or being in the positions that you've been put in, because of this like volatility that's happened as well in your life. You may be feeling like you're holding so much in that at some point you're going to end up blowing. Because when I see the volcano one, it's mainly about like holding your mouth all of the time when you feel like you want to actually express yourself so people understand you from a different level, but also fearing being judged for that, so you hold it all in. You may find that sometimes people try to make you feel uncomfortable with the things and the judgments that they make with regards to you. I don't know why, but I've just been drawn to this as well. If you look here, look at that. This is a representation of you. For you to liberate yourself, it doesn't mean that you have to blow and be angry with the way that you're expressing yourself. But if you look here, you'll see somebody's whispering in this person's ear. Now, the difference here is when somebody's whispering in your ear, you may be prone and privy to hearing some gossip that's been said about you, or you may find that somebody comes around you and tries to gossip about other people around you. I would definitely say that this is going to be quite triggering to you, and this might be why you feel like you need to open your mouth and say something, but it may come out in a very, I wouldn't say, it's going to come out very quick. So it's almost like it goes from your mind to your mouth. You may not feel like you have any control over how you express what your truth is with regards to what people have whispered about you or what is being whispered to you about other people. Okay. So just remember, everybody has an ability, everybody has a mouth, everybody has an opinion, but it's how that opinion is being used. Is it being spoken with love? Is it being spoken with a level of animosity? Think about when things are being said to you or things are being said about you. Think about the people that are actually saying these things about you, and see whether you can actually go into a place in your life where you are finding the humor with regards to this, rather than finding this level of feeling like, well, why would they say that about me? Who would say that? Why would they say these types of things about me? Try not to take it personally. Try to see if you can invest in the book called The Four Agreements as well, because I just saw that in my head and my husband talks to me about it all the time, and I've bought it and I think I'm on like the first chapter because I get busy doing so many other things. But I do know that one of the agreements is to not take things so personally. And sometimes you need to look at things with regards to other people as people speaking certain things about you is an actual projection of how they feel about themselves. So try not to take things too personally, I would say, pile ones, okay? Everything that you need is actually within you. All of the answers that you need are actually within you. I just need some tissue. Sorry, guys. So, yeah, I would definitely say that fresh energy is on the horizon for you guys, but not before you felt like you're being tested, if that makes sense. And the tests are probably the things that I've just mentioned with regards to your life. What else would I like to say about this? Always see if you can bring things back to laughter, to humor. Try to not dig too deeply as to what other people's perspectives are with regards to things, because you'll always run yourself ragged and feel like you've been circled in your mind over and over again, because sometimes people know how to get a rise out of others in pretending that there's this gossip about them. Okay. Also, don't find yourself in a place where you are listening too intently with regards to what other people have got to say. So, wands. King of Pentacles. So, yeah, there's definitely a new perspective when it comes down to something that you want to do in your life. This could be all things with a matter of business as well. You may be in a position where you want to look after yourself, but those loved ones around you as well. And these thoughts are coming into your mind massively, especially when the Empress is there. This is walking into abundance out of this rejection energy. So if you are saying any prayers to the full moon tonight, I would definitely say that you want to go into your abundance. You're ready to go into a more comfortable place within yourself. You're ready to ground those thoughts within yourself, because with the Pentacles and the Empress, it's Taurus energy, which is crazy considering that it's a Taurus full moon tonight. So just remember that with the Empress being there in this whole deck of cards, the Empress is the queen or the king, depending on what sex is watching. The Empress is the queen or the king of all of these cards here, all of the queens in this deck. So just remember, you can have abundance in your life. It's just the fact that you need to put yourself on the pedestal that you've hoped that other people would put you on in life. Sometimes you need to give that recognition to yourself, which is taking me to everything I need is within me. Okay. 10 of Cups, this is speaking about family fulfillment, family stability coming in for the full moon in Taurus energy. At the same time, it's also emotional abundance, emotional satisfaction, feeling very abundant within yourself, and coming away from people that have quite narcissistic tendencies. At the same time, it's taking me back down here again. So whatever people are saying to you to try to keep you in that limited box that they hope that they can make sure you are contained in, I want you to remember that you are entitled. Your birth given right is to live in abundance. So attune yourself to that frequency and don't allow anybody to determine your worth, because you are worthy of so much more than narcissistic people. You may be coming away from people as well who tend to have a power struggle with you, and they may be in your family. At the same time, it could be a person here that I'm speaking about that has a co-parenting relationship, and in this co-parenting relationship, it may feel like there is this power struggle going on between you and this person. This full moon, I keep wanting to say a new moon, but it's a full moon. This full moon is going to be bringing you guys into a place where you can co-parent with each other in a much more cohesive way, in a much more peaceful way. But with the 7 of Cups, you may still have that element of confusion as to what that relationship meant to you in the first place anyway, or what you meant to this person. Yeah, you've definitely been like burdened with a hell of a lot of things where other people could have taken on some of the work to try to help you, especially with the Page of Swords and the full moon coming up. You're going to be in a place where other people are now going to start coming out of the woodwork in order to help you with some of these burdens that you may have had in your life. The Temperance, yes. So this is tipping out your cup of love when it comes down to other people, whether this be in a relationship or whether this is outside of a relationship and it's a friendship or a work situation. Regardless of that, you're going to put yourself in a position where you're in more balance. You're looking at things with a lot more emotional balance. The Knight of Cups, it's almost like going to a place in your life where you're not going to accept any less when it comes down to your love life or work life. You're not going to accept less. You're not going to go in and pour into an empty well. This is where you're going to be pouring that energy into yourself. So your self-love routines may be going into a place where it's much more positive for my pile ones as well. So the full moon in Taurus may also be bringing up some sort of aspect of you guys feeling like you are longing and missing a loved one that's up in spirit. Not only that, the people that you have poured your energy into, you may be pulling that energy back towards yourself. Now, I will warn you that there may be a position where you feel, well, a timeline in these months coming up where you may feel a little bit guilty, you may feel a little bit sad that you've had to walk away from things that you've invested so much into. But I want you to remember that sometimes those investments are not made into you the way that you make the investment into other people, and that's the reason why we have to take us power back from people. If you do have somebody that's a feminine that's up in the spiritual world, this person is going to be around you tonight during the full moon to help you move forward with putting your energies and yourself first. Yeah, this is deep remorse. When it comes down to the Five of Cups, you could be in a position where you feel a little bit alone. You may be listening to other people's sob stories moving forward as well. And this is the reason why it's important that you think about putting yourself first and not investing too much on the sadness. Try to think about the new beginnings that are actually coming towards you guys rather than what you've had to leave behind. Because when you're in a past mentality, it can be very difficult to look into things in a future mentality. So try not to think too much about the emotional sadness. And if you are in an emotionally sad place, try to think about what the future is going to bring for you. Try to think about what the lessons are here as well, because with the Eight of Cups and the Five of Cups, the universe is trying to show you something about your emotional investments in things that do not bring the same energy back towards you. So try to think about that as well, because that will help drive and spur you forwards, okay? Four of Wands, you want instability in your life, you want in a family environment. You also may be a very spiritual person with the High Priestess, but you may not trust it with the Two of Pentacles. So sometimes you may feel like your intuitive side is telling you things, and then when it comes down to actually acting upon it, you may feel like you're a bit disbalanced as to whether you should act upon it or you should speak about it, when in actual fact it's root chakra healing that needs to happen. So it's your throat and your root chakra, your sense of stability within yourself to be able to be comfortable enough to say what it is that you intuitively feel. With this full moon bringing your power back towards you, you may feel different to how you've ever felt before. Your mind, once you've actually given yourself this healing, your mind and your heart and soul will be driving you towards traveling, towards communicating with other people more effectively. You may feel like there's a lot of messages coming into your mind that come with a level of speed. You may feel very inspired about doing some things. So just pretend not pretend, but for instance, if you've got children and stuff, you may feel like there's a road trip in order, something coming up to do with visiting family. You may feel like you have a more optimistic outlook on when it comes down to doing future endeavors, and your communication skills will come back effectively, but with speed. You will also be in a place as well where your spiritual and psychic awareness of what other people's intentions are will be at a peak. So you will be able to see what the undertones are with people and what they're actually meaning when they're saying something to you or when they're hinting at something. You may be able to navigate what this is before they've finished their sentences. And that will feel very wholesome to you, because like I said, with the Empress being here, the Ten of Cups, and then I noticed the High Priestess on the bottom, and then there's the Page of Swords here. You are at the very beginning of understanding that your gifts and abilities are strong and real, right? Your knowledge about other people is strong and real, and you need to ground these things. At the same time, you may feel vulnerable though with regards to what you can hear in your mind sometimes, and I want you to look at things with a humorous viewpoint. When it comes down to families as well, you may be finding that there's some sort of conflict that's happening with families. Ten of Swords is like being stabbed in the back and you can't be stabbed in the back anymore, being shut out by family in your life. Some of these things may be all over money as well. At the same time, you may be a person in your family where you are looked up upon, but like I said, with the stabbing in the back and feeling shut out by the family, there may be a competitive energy when it comes down to ostracizing you, because of what you do. So you basically are a person that will fight for your own sovereignty, and because of this it may give off an air to your family that they want to be competitive towards you, or your children's father, children's mother. You may have this like competitive energy where they are trying to compete against you, when in actual fact you're not in competition with anybody but yourself. And this is the reason why with the Knight of Pentacles you need to understand that slow and steady wins the race, because they're literally showing me a video that my husband showed me yesterday, and it was of a tortoise and a rabbit. And what was happening was everybody in their mind would have thought that the race between the rabbit and the tortoise would have been the rabbit that would have won, and in actual fact it was the tortoise. So that tells me that slow and steady wins the race. If you are introvert and staying inside a hell of a lot, just remember as well, like, you will start to come out of that with the Taurus full moon, but don't be too stressy on yourself. Don't put yourself under too much pressure, because with the Knight of Pentacles you're doing things with intention, and you need to understand that it's one step at a time. Okay, one step at a time. Don't try to run before you can walk, if that makes sense, especially when you start to feel this clarity that's coming into your mind. Okay, with volatility, okay, so you may find that you are starting to turn quite judgmental of other people, or somebody around you is quite judgmental when it comes down to you with the Eight of Swords. It may give you an element of feeling quite trapped within yourself as well. With the Three of Cups, it can also be speaking about your friends placing you in this particular position. You may be feeling like your friends are judging you, or you may be judging your friends moving forward after the Taurus full moon. So let's see if I get any more about the judgment part of things. Queen of Pentacles, yeah, so you may be thinking about how you're spending your money, or how your friends are spending their money, and whether you actually want to join that. You may be finding that they're going out drinking a hell of a lot, they're spending their money very recklessly, or you are doing that. You may be finding as well, like, drinking sometimes may be something that's not helping you massively. At the same time, you may be finding that you are trying to run away from the thoughts that are in your mind, run away from some of the things that you've gone through. But I will say, with the Taurus new moon, you've got a lot to look forward to. You need to introduce spontaneity into your life. You also need to remember as well, like, all of these conflicting thoughts that you've got inside of your mind are going to be a thing of the past. You're going to start realizing the things that were told to you that were mistruthful start to turn into a different type of energy, where you are on top of your emotions and you are the driver of your own boat, your own emotions. At the same time, you're not going to be in a place where you are allowing other people to make you feel like you are mad, or you are speaking things that are nonsensical. Okay, with the Nine of Pentacles, it's also speaking about investing upon yourself, and you will come into great clarity with the Ace of Swords about things. So if you are in a relationship and you're wondering whether you're going to be coming out of this relationship, you may not do it as soon as the full moon energy in Taurus, but you definitely will be coming into a clarity of truth. You'll be keeping it to yourself as well, because you may be feeling a little bit like, hang on a minute, this energy is non-reciprocal. I'm giving so much energy and I'm not receiving much back, and I know that this person loves me and we're meant to be in each other's lives in some way, shape or form, but do I need to invest in myself more? Is there a cycle here that I want to break with regards to this person, because I'm not sleeping well at night, and I'm also feeling betrayed by some things that they've done to me in the past? Do I need a new beginning? Or is there going to be another tower moment happening, another chaotic instance coming into my life? So if you guys are thinking about whether you should be turning single, you're probably going to come into clarity about that after the full moon in Taurus. just remember as well, like, to be accountable towards yourself, and remember that you are allowed to put yourself first. Knight of Swords, this is your mind going on one, being very speedy about the King of Wands underneath, which is a person that's very sexual in the way that they choose to look at things. They like to look at everything from a sexual point of view, not a very grounded point of view. So try to see the humor behind this, because if you don't, you may find yourself in a place where you are very volatile and you just end up saying what's on your mind without a care for how it's being received, because you've not felt like you've been taken into consideration when it comes down to how things have been spoken or how you have been treated. Yeah, Six of Pentacles again, it's about investing in yourself, because yeah, you're going to be cutting someone off. I just have to be as open as I possibly am. You need to, there's some sort of relationship or friendship that you will be coming away from. With the Queen of Swords, it's looking at things with a lot more focused minded energy and a lot more clarity. If you notice, especially with the swords coming up as well, there's so many swords in your reading, including underneath the deck, which is speaking about coming to a place of clarity and no longer allowing anybody to misconstrue your thoughts. So the full moon is actually going to be bringing in some beautiful clarity for you guys. It's just that you need to trust yourself and what you're feeling, because your intuitive side will be screaming loud and clear to you guys. And I think that that's important sometimes, that we listen to that, because if we don't listen to it, we tend to be in a position where we feel like tower moments keep happening to us, and that's not a comfortable place to be. I will definitely say that for nothing. It's not a comfortable place to be when you're not being when somebody's not considering you, considering your thoughts, considering how you are feeling about things. So let's go into some star signs that will be instrumental to your months or your weeks ahead. Okay, so we've got Uranus, which is Aquarius energy, so we're wanting to use our emotion and our intellect, but an Aquarius may be a strong indicator as to who I'm speaking about. We've also got Cancer energy as well. So you may be finding that there's a few surprises that come out with the Cancer energy, but you're needing to be empathetic and emotionally intelligent when it comes down to yourself and how other people choose to work in this life. We've also got Venus, which is balance under Libra, and we've also got Taurus, which is the grounded energy. So you're looking for balance here, or you're going to end up, like I said, blowing on people. Then we also have the Aries energy, and underneath the deck we have the Pisces energy. So they're important signs for you guys to be looking out for. Let's get you a last message here, pile ones, for what you need to know for this full moon in Taurus. Inner Earth. And that's weird as well, because I just spoke to you about getting root chakra healing. So it's very important that you look up your healers that are around you, or people who you trust to help to heal that base chakra, that stability within yourself. So the base chakra is also known as the root chakra, and it's found at the base of the spine, and it's the energy center that governs our connection to the physical world and all of its lessons. This card transports us to an energetic gateway that connects us to this planet and everything that we have learned during our many lifetimes here. We're being given a powerful opportunity to root down and claim our right to be here, okay? So place your hands palm down on the space between the top of your pubic bone and the belly button. Visualize yourself sitting with your back against a giant tree that is anchored deep down in the heart of the earth, and then do some breath work, okay? Because ultimately you need to know and claim to yourself in this full moon that you are safe, okay? You're becoming fully aware of what you need in order to feel safe and fulfilled on this planet. So know that it's safe to feel this way. It's the part of the divine plan for you to be incarnated on this planet right now. You may have been questioning that as well. And at times you might have felt unstable, or that you've lost your way. What's happening is that you're building up the momentum to be where you are today, and you're in a space where you can build powerful foundations, a space where you can lay out exactly what you need, who you need to be, and what you need to do to flourish and grow. And you've got the opportunity to reclaim the parts of yourself that you've buried deep within yourself. Even reclaiming gifts that you may have abandoned in the past as well. So if you're starting any projects or you're thinking about taking up something that had a hold, now is the perfect time. The seeds that you're planting are sending roots deep into Mother Earth. You are held and you are supported. I'll just get some last bits of guidance for wands. Last little bits of guidance for my wands. Let me know how this story actually relates to your life as well, because every person that watches these readings, they relate to it in some way, shape or form. And I want to thank you guys as well for the messages that you've sent me privately or on my YouTube comment section as well, because it's much appreciated, and it helps me to know that when I'm doing these readings, I am actually understanding and connecting in with the people that are actually picking these cards. I'm truly grateful. It's 1414 as I'm saying it as well, so thank you to all of my new followers. Also, I just want you to know that I appreciate every single one of you. So lastly, your guidance: encourage people in your life to help themselves. You can't take on their problems. Not your circus, not your monkeys. It all relates to what I've just said to all of you. It's crazy. They seemed so nice, but there was a snake. So that will be coming into illumination for you guys on wands. Establish a self-care routine. I've spoke about this in the beginning as well. Establish a self-care routine. Pick a day of the week and stick to it. Listen to music with no words. So get into that meditative state, especially if you're healing your base chakra. I hope that this reading has been helpful for you guys. Again, thank you for everything. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. And I will see you guys soon. If you've got any ideas of what you'd like me to read about as well, you're more than welcome to pop it down in the comment section as well, and I'll definitely consider what I feel called to, and I'll happily do that reading for the majority of people that ask for it. So yeah, thank you for being here. If you're attracted to any other cards, stick around, because I'm going to keep on reading these cards now. Let's move on to twos. I'll just move everything away, guys, because I like everything to be like tidy and stuff before I start moving on to the next subject. We'll move these cards as well. Right, so this was twos, wasn't it? It was the aquamarine. Hang on a sec. I just need to make sure I've got those cards there. Yes, I do. Right. So we've got the aquamarine, right? When it comes to aquamarine, this is also something that activates your throat chakra. It helps with gaining messages from your ancestors, loved ones, higher-minded people. This is a lot to do with being very spiritual. Aquamarine as well is to do with the water signs. It's also a very strong stone to help you to regain your power and come out of any struggles that you may have had in your life. So yeah, if you are looking for a powerful push when it comes down to this Taurus full moon, you're probably going to be getting it, especially if you have picked the aquamarine. I really love aquamarine because I remember when I first ever bought it, I also bought it with a shark's tooth. And with a shark's tooth, this is coming up because it must be relevant for my pile twos. It must be relevant for you guys to know that with bravery, you know, the brave energy that you adopt in your life is ultimately what's going to get you the results that you're looking for in your life. So try to tap into that brave energy, and just remember that you have got a right to be brave and step into your royalty. Let's see what cards come up for you guys. We've got to spread the light. So you guys must be spiritual in some way, shape or form, but you may have a life's purpose that you are not currently in, but you need to. Wow. Ceremony, invocation, childhood innocence, doubt. Oh, this is very clear, this one. Put your creative energy into action. Passion ignited. Equanimity. And then it's okay to feel however you feel. Okay. First of all, when I started going into this energy, I started to feel a little bit solemn within myself. And I think I feel solemn because it's the way that your guys' energy actually feels. So just give me a minute. I need to tap into this frequency for twos. Right, so for twos, first of all, I would definitely say that you've had like an uphill struggle when it comes down to your life. You've had a lot of dark times in your life that you've come out into a positive frequency with regards to. You may have found that you are one of many different people in your life that has a gift. I want you to look up 5 and 9 as well when it comes down to the numerology and the angelic frequency of this number, because it adds up to the 14. Sorry, I'm going into like a different vortex when I'm looking at this. It's very important that you introduce lavender into your routine, pile twos. I would also say as well that you're a light trailer for other people. You're somebody that like beams the light forward for other people to be able to move into their futures, take that powerful leap into a place where they want to step into their light, to be encouraged to be themselves as well. There may be other people in your family that have got some sort of gift as well, and they don't really use that gift out of fear of being judged. But you are especially with this full moon in Taurus, you guys are being like initiated. I'll say that definitely. You're being initiated, especially if you're attracted to something to do with like the serpent energy, not meaning in a negative way, meaning the Kundalini energy, the snake energy, and at the same time, in a shaman's way of looking at things, with the snake being there, it comes up for Gaia. This actually comes up when you need to go into the underbelly of yourself and allow yourself to feel held when it comes down to your invocation. So yeah, you guys are definitely being initiated. I'm very guided to look at this information that I've got here as well from something to do with this. Just give me a second. I need to look for it. Yeah, it's the sacred direction of the south. Okay. So when it comes down to a shaman's way of looking at things, when it comes down to the south, and if you notice as well, there's a snake at the bottom here. I'll just get it up just so you can see it. You see the snake? So you're being initiated this full moon. You're definitely being initiated. Whether you're spiritual or you're not spiritual, it's still speaking about the snake direction being of the south. Now, the south is to do with your emotions, which emotions come through with regards to the aquamarine. And then when I spoke about the shark's tooth as well, that's the south. The south is the element of water. So that's your emotions, okay? It also brings you to the goddesses of Mary Magdalene, Sekhmet. I need to spell it to you. It's Sekmet, because I don't know if I actually say these things correctly. And then the goddess Pel, Pele, the fire goddesses, okay? And it comes under the Archangel Michael. So this is protection from what you've been through in the past, but not only that, the messages and the guidance that you've had, because you've been initiated since being a small child with regards to a gift. It's all about your feelings, the child to adolescence. So it's like the step between being an adult with regards to your childhood regression as well, and accepting yourself with unconditional love at the same time. Because I'm still on this card, I can't stop looking at this card. Look here, can you see this ancestor in the background that's coming in the, and I'm sure it's holding a moon. I would say that this is like an Archangel Michael energy that's coming through the vortex of the mind here and then initiating you guys. It's also about you having healing hands. So you may not notice this, but if you ever touch your children or you touch anybody around you that you care about, you might find that heat comes off your hand. And the heat comes off your hand because it's coming from your heart, or you've been evoked, invocated into Reiki or some sort of healing energy within yourself. But I do believe it comes from your family as well. It's not just coming from you doing a qualification, it's coming from you actually being it, if you get what I mean. It's within you already, okay? And so you might want to think about that as well. Your childhood here too, like childhood memories may be coming through to you guys in quite a massive way, especially when it comes out with childhood and innocence. So you may have had like this energy within your life where you felt like this innocence, and this inner purity is where your gift came from in the first place. So you've probably had this from being a small child, or you've got a child around you that's very gifted. There's one or the other, and I feel like after the full moon in Taurus, this light is going to be shone upon that massively. But at the same time, you may be a person that's an overthinker. See, yeah, definitely. And if you're an overthinker, you may be doubting some of the things that you hear when it comes down to your intuition and your psychic abilities. This is for my mediums. This is for like people who are like anointed prophets, like people who have gifts and abilities that have been given to something, to given to them from a place of an above frequency, a much higher frequency than what we live on. But you may doubt some of these things that you hear in your mind. But yeah, look, you've got Archangel Gabriel as well. Right, Archangel Gabriel, in case you guys don't know, and Archangel Michael, but we're going to Gabriel first. When it comes down to Gabriel, it's like where you get clairvoyant messages, mediumship messages from a higher archangel, and this is where you can deliver clarity and truth to people. And this has probably come from being a child. So you are very blessed, because I can hear a song in the background by Pia called Blessed We Are. So look up that song as well, listen to it, and tap below in the comments and let me know what you think of that song, because it really, really evokes some emotion in me, right? Your passions are being ignited in your life, and your heart chakra is coming into a place where it's being highly activated, but you may feel anxious about this. You may have a burning desire within yourself to help other people, especially when it comes down to regression, their childhoods, going into their adolescence, getting into an energy where they are feeling safe within themselves. You need to remember, if you do have this anxiety within yourself, you are being placed into balance after the full moon in Taurus. So just know that you need to be easier with yourself and feel okay about how you are actually feeling in this life, because you're not odd. I will definitely say to you, you are not odd. There's a soul family out there for you guys, a spiritual soul family out there for you guys that you are allowed to have accessibility to. You just need to step into your truth, because with this doubt being here, this might be what is alienating you from being in an energy and a committee, a group of people that are like-minded. So just accept what your gifts are. Oh, and by the way, Archangel Michael, which I did mention before, is also an angel that comes in and helps protect you through your safe passage of allowing people to know that you do have a gift and you intend to use that gift. You may need to look up a spiritual mentor as well. And this mentor may be in your family. It may be somebody who you look upon and look and idolize with regards to how they choose to use their gifts. But either way, you need to be grateful for this gift rather than feeling like you're not allowed to have this gift, because you most definitely are allowed to have your gift, and it's been given to you because you've been trusted by a higher frequency to be able to help other people. So it's very important that you start to think about that. Or you've got, like I said, a child around you that has a gift and can help other people in their adult life, and you may be coming into noticing this massively. Wow, this is really beautiful. Really beautiful. Because I don't often get like cards like this. Is a very, very strong pile. So like if you guys are not spiritually inclined, then this is not the pile for you. You might want to look at a different pile if you were called to a different number. But if you are spiritually inclined, this is definitely for you guys. You need to get into action when it comes down to thinking about your passions. With the Knight of Wands and the King of Wands, it's like actually getting out there and utilizing these gifts and talents that you have, because you've got a light that you need to spread out to other people. You come from a royal place when it comes down to your spirituality, and you are allowed to bestow this on other people. Look, the Queen of Wands, it's like you've also got this bloody energy of like spreading this light and confidence to other people. But you may judge yourself massively, and at the same time, if you're in a relationship, you may be judging somebody else massively when it comes down to all of the help that you've given to this person. You may feel like there's a strong connection between you and this person, but you may, with the Hermit, have pulled back a little bit. At the same time, though, if I'm speaking to my spiritual people, the Hermit is one of the most spiritual people that there actually is. Like, you couldn't have a stronger gift. And rather than sitting and watching other people utilizing their gifts and thinking, God, I'd wish to be in that position, you can be in that position. Just remember that you just need to be around people that give you the confidence to be able to open your mouth and speak some of these things, because you are definitely being initiated when it comes down to your spirituality, but you may feel confused within yourself. At the same time, if I'm speaking to people that are in a relationship here, you may have felt like you found your soulmate relationship and there's some sort of distance between you and this person. At the same time, you're very confused as to whether this person looks at you as an option or looks at you as their one and only. Now, with the Seven of Swords being there, this person may feel emotional fulfillment with you, but is it because you are delivering this emotional fulfillment towards this person? That's what I want to ask you. Right. At the same time, though, if you're gifted and you do have this gift that you want to bestow on other people, you may betray yourself sometimes to believe that what you're thinking are lies, when in actual fact, it's not. You're not going mad. You're hearing things from spiritual ancestors, from people that can help you in the spiritual world to be able to say that. At the same time, if it's somebody, because this is like, it's for like two different people, these piles. It's like, this is for my spiritual people, but it's also for somebody that's in a relationship that feels like you have helped this person massively come into the light. You've helped them to get to a place in their life where they can like shine and be confident, and then something's gone wrong. Some lies have been said, some betrayal has happened, right? And you may feel like sometimes you fix other people to get where they're going. So you may feel like a fixer-upper of people, as I would call it, right? Now, when you feel like you're a fixer-upper of people, you tend to feel a little bit used sometimes. And that, again, is for my spiritual people. Because spiritual people, whether this is about your relationship or whether it's about you as a person, you may sometimes feel a little bit depleted because you give so much to people, but what you're giving comes from your heart. And not only that, it comes from your energy, your time, your words, the the singing, the voice that you put over people, the words that you put over people are to help them to come into a positive place. And you may feel sometimes like that is not reciprocated. The Hierophant again, yeah, this is definitely such a spiritual deck, like not deck, such a spiritual collection of cards here for you guys. So if you are a spiritual person and you want to put your creativity into action, you want to help other people, then just remember it's a passion of yours that will bring you so much positivity into your life. It may be a son as well around you that is very, very gifted. High Priestess, wow. Okay, this is deep. You guys need to know you've got a very, very strong gift and you need to use this gift. You may be highly psychic, highly intuitive, or a very big healer when it comes down to people. But you're probably not doing out with it. So with the full moon in Taurus, I think this is going to be shining a massive light to you guys, and it may make you feel like, is my mental health a little bit off, or am I actually getting messages here? But I guarantee you guys will have predicted things about certain people and it'll have come true, or you will have had inclinations, thoughts, and feelings about things that have come true. You need to start trusting it. You need to start trusting it, because you're coming into balance and your gifts are coming out regardless of whether you want them to or you don't. Your gifts are coming out of you. If you want them blocking, then you need to think about using this full moon to ask for them to be moved. Or you can actually surrender and start using these gifts. Also, I would surrender any relationships around you that are delivering lies, deceit, betrayals, any sort of energies that make you feel less than. You need to be coming away from these types of people and understanding that the Taurus full moon is the perfect time to be ejecting energies from people that you've invested so much time and energy into and found that there's no rewards to be reaping, because you are creating space for new people, new soul family, people that are meant to be in your life. So don't feel alone. The Knight of Wands, you may be like finding as well that you've got some sort of player energy around you. Sometimes you may find that it's a little bit difficult to pin this person down. You may feel a little bit used, like I said, sometimes when it comes down to people as well, because of their intentions not matching who they are within. You might find that sometimes people are a little bit manipulative, even if it comes down to friends and stuff. Now, these things start to happen in your life because these frustrations happen, these delays happen, these scattered energy frequency people happen because you have to go through a certain initiations to be able to trust yourself. And that's what the spiritual awakening is. A spiritual awakening is definitely not all like laughs and giggles. Sometimes it's really hard work and it feels like you are alone sometimes. Just remember, you have a very strong energy around you helping you, but with the full moon there is some justice coming to people around you. So if there are people around you that have mistreated you, lied to you, deceived you, made you feel like you want to isolate yourself and go within yourself, anybody's kept options open around you that they shouldn't have been keeping open around you, karma comes with a big bite on the ass. I will say that for nothing, with the Justice card being there, because that's a very strong inclination that you are going into a place of, like it says here, equanimity, balance within yourself, balance with the people around you. But like I said, you may have to cut some people out of your life. And at the same time, when the universe comes in, sometimes it comes in without a warning and it just moves people. And that is probably where the Scorpio effect is coming in, because that's where things can start coming out of the dark into the light. So you might find some shocking things come out towards you with regards to knowledge, not in your life. Just where you're hearing things about people that you didn't think, especially people who you care about, you didn't think that they would do stuff like that, but they actually would, they have, and you start to find out about it. At the same time, you'll be finding out a lot of secrets when it comes down to people, and that, you know, these secrets that I'm talking about, it may cause you to feel quite frustrated within yourself about it. Just remember, because this wanted to come out, then it's okay to feel however you feel. It's okay to feel pissed off. It's okay to feel like you want to cut people off. It's okay to create this space, and it's definitely okay to pour out your energy cup of love when it comes down to friends, family, associates, partners. It doesn't matter who it is. If they are moving in a way that is not conducive to you being able to love them unconditionally and show them that love that you want to give them, then tip out that cup. The King of Cups is like you be King and Queen of Cups as well. And then we've got the King and Queen of Wands there. So this could be to do with a love relationship that you've created, like a stable environment with in the past, but it might have gone tits up, to tell you the truth. So yeah, just remember that you don't have to tolerate none of this. And in the full moon, there is light coming towards you guys, whether you like it or not. There's positivity coming into your life. There's a new beginning coming into your life, and there's a new way to look at things. But like I said, it's not going to happen without feeling that 10 of Swords and the Judgment. The 10 of Swords is, like I said, betrayals. The 7 of Swords and the 10 of Swords, you just can't get more betraying than this. You can't be stabbed in the back any more than you have with the 10 of Swords. And you may be inclined to judging the people around you that are doing these types of things, who are going to try and blame this on their mental health. So just remember as well, don't sit on the fence when it comes down to making these decisions, because people who have made these decisions, they've done it from a very clear, logical place. So to them, whatever they are doing or have done to you that's going to come out, to them, it's fair and just that they've done it. But to me, it's very self-absorbed, okay? So don't tolerate anything that you wouldn't do to other people. I would definitely say that for you guys. Let's see if there's any star signs that come in here. So we've got Libra. Maybe this is like a star sign that's very helpful for you to know who I'm talking about here. Maybe it's about an energy of you needing to evoke this energy within yourself, okay? Capricorn as well. This may be a significant sign. Aries again, that might be a significant sign for you guys. Let's get any more signs if there is any more that you guys need to know about. Any more signs that twos need to know about? Oh wow, they all came out. Right, so underneath the deck, we've got Pluto, which comes under Scorpio. And like I said, we are in Scorpio season. So you're going to have a sting in your tail for anything that you feel like is not okay for you to be feeling these types of ways. You're probably going to be standing up for yourself, but feeling a bit shitty that you feel this way in the first place. But like I said, you are a person that comes from the light. Never forget that. You've got a gift and you're allowed to use that gift. Yeah, you need soul family around you, you guys. Pisces as well, and Cancers. So keep an eye out for those signs, because they may have some sort of understandings for you guys. Let's see if there's any more guidance for my twos. Any more guidance for my twos? We have some more guidance for them moving forward for my twos. We have some more guidance for my twos for the full moon in Taurus. Right, okay. High expectations, close potential doors, okay? So like I said, you are moving out with the old and in with the new. Look up 1212 as well, because there's a spirit, an angelic and spiritual message behind that. They don't know you like I know you. So some people may be trying to manipulate you into feeling like nobody will know you the way that they know you. But at the same time, when you are around new people, that's the beauty of getting to know new people. They are getting to know you on the values of what you are presenting them to be. Okay? Has other options. I have brought this up to you before, pile twos. So just remember that. Encourage people in your life to help themselves. You can't take on their problems, so you might be doing a lot for other people in the name of family, in the name of love, in the name of friendship, when in actual fact you need to alleviate yourself from these responsibilities and look after yourself. How can you give back to your community? I just told you, you've got a gift or some sort of abilities where you need to get out there and start helping other people. You're also going to be in a position where you need to be healing some of this heartache and loss, because that came from a different deck and somehow wanted to rear its head. So yes, you may be feeling like you're going through some sort of dark night in the soul, but the full moon energy in Taurus is here to bring the light towards you. You're going to come out of it. Nothing's going to hold you guys down. Stargate heart opening, unlocking, and generosity. Okay, so you might want to look up, is it the macabre star there? You might want to look up that too, because that may hold some big answers for you guys. Let's just see what else we are getting for the Stargate heart. I like to read the book for the Stargate heart. Let's find it. Where is it? 144. So look at 144, because that adds up to 9 as well. So there might be an angelic message behind the 9 number for you guys as well. So this is your message. Your heart space is a sacred space deep within you. For some time, you've protected it with psychic shields that have not only stopped you from being hurt, but also stopped you from feeling love. This gateway appears and shows you that you have finally dropped these shields and you are ready to experience love. So unconditional love, not love that hurts, not love that hurts, love that adorns, love that makes you feel good within yourself. Drop these shields and be ready to experience this. Universal wisdom wants you to know that this is your divine right. You are highly empathetic and a generous soul who has so much to give, and you being called forth to deliver a deeper and more vulnerable aspect of yourself and your being. Divine light beings are surrounding you, as I've told you, holding you and encouraging you to relax. All of the restrictions and blockages of your heart space are now going to be removed. So this is the Taurus full moon. They're going to be removed from you, and the worst is behind you. The world needs you. So just remember, you've got a spiritual gift that you need to be giving out to other people, guys, and it's not something that you need to be holding in. It's something that you need to be flourishing out and taking a leap of faith and helping other people in their lives, because you are needed. You're needed massively, and you need to remember that you're needed. Okay, I would definitely say, like, if this actually relates to you guys, then please make sure that you pop a comment down below. If you're looking for your soul family, we're trying to build a community here that will help other people to be into their spiritual gifts and abilities. But just remember, this is your God-given right, and you have a gift, and you should be able to explore that gift. If you don't want to explore that gift, just remember, you're a gift of love to other people that are in your life. Okay, so thank you for being here. Thank you for your follows. Thank you for your likes. Thank you for all of your comments. You have no idea how much this is helpful to me to get into my goal and my dream of being able to help other people, but on a much wider platform. And in order for that to happen, I need to be putting myself out there the way that I am right now. And I feel like I have to show so much gratitude to you guys, because without each and every one of you, I wouldn't be able to do this. So thank you all for being here. Thank you for your likes and your shares. Thank you for coming onto my channel and looking. And I hope to see you on my reading again soon. Bye-bye. Right, so let's move on. We are moving into the black obsidian. Okay, so this is a deeply protective stone when it comes down to feeling any form of negativity. This is removing negativity. This neutralizes energy, and it also helps to create room for more positive thoughts in your life. It's a very grounding stone, and it's also a volcanic stone, just in case you didn't know that. Let's see what cards are coming in for my pile threes. Again, thank you all for being here. In case I don't say it by the end of the reading, you have no idea how grateful I am for all of your energy, for your time as well as me giving my time. The reciprocation is felt, the comments are seen. And I am very, very grateful for each and every one of you, all of my new followers and my old family followers. I'm so grateful to all of you, and all of you are noticed and appreciated and loved. So I hope that this reading helps you with the Taurus full moon and sends you a lot of full moon blessings. So let's move forward for you guys. So this is pile threes, okay? Thank you for being here. If you've stuck it out and watched all of the cards, or if you've watched a couple of the cards, or if you're attracted to watching any other cards because your mind went from one number to another, you probably have messages in the other card as well and may need to take a peek into that. So let's just get all of your cards out. We've got fear, stillness, be there for others, but never leave yourself behind. Okay. Right. I'm just tapping into this frequency for you guys so I can read it. Right, you're in a gradual place where you're learning how to do something. And with the full moon in Taurus, it's like you're more passionate about what you're intending to do when it comes down to your future. But at the same time, you may be a person that really wants to put people in a prioritized place when it comes down to helping them to get to the places that they need to be in their life. So you may be, because they keep showing me like a person that gives, you know, when you as a child and you want to get from like up a gate or something, someone puts their hands out like this and then your foot goes in and they push you up. It feels like you do this with other people all of the time. You may feel sometimes like you've been left behind because you do this for other people, but you only do this because you know what it feels like to be in the dark sometimes. You know what it feels like to not be acknowledged. Yeah, definitely with a prism. It's almost like you've got this sight and focus as well, that you have a future plan, and it may feel sometimes like it's going to take a long time to get you there. Sometimes you may feel like things are not moving. Pile threes, most definitely. You may feel sometimes like you've suffered with some sort of depression in the past as well, and you may have also been in some sort of abusive situations when it comes down to relationships in the past, which makes you more qualified to help other people out of their dark nights of the souls. Yep, Virgin, it's true. Again, like, you're definitely in this place. Wow. You're definitely in this place where you know how to look at things from different perspectives, in an understanding of how other people look at things. You look at it from a different perspective, and that's what helps other people to see light in things. But like I said, you may, because my head's just thinking about somebody, and I'm not going to say who that person is, but they're such a beautiful soul, which I'm sure you guys are a beautiful soul, but sometimes you find that you do so much for other people that you forget yourself. You forget that you're just as much as a priority as other people. And you may feel sometimes like you are such a work in progress. It's like sometimes you may feel like you take 10 steps forward and end up taking 5 back because you've helped someone else rather than yourself. Put some other people before yourself. You may find that sometimes as well you're going around and around in circles. I want you to look up the numbers 7, look up the number 2, and look up the number 6. So 672. Look up these numbers because there's probably an angelic message behind that as well. You need to not lose your faith when it comes down to feeling like sometimes the universe forgets you because you're doing all of these things for different people. You need to practice patience as well, because you may feel like you've already practiced all the patience that you possibly can, but you may feel like the universe is not moving anything forward that you are wishing to be moved forward. Okay. Whatever it is that you feel like you are trying to manifest in your life and it's not happening yet, I want you to remember that it's because there's something higher above you that has got a better plan. Like if you've got a goal and an ambition and it's not happening yet, it's probably because it's meant to happen in divine timing, and you have to wait on that timing before that blessing actually comes towards you. Okay. Fears, so this is like anxiety as well, sometimes feeling like them lower minded thoughts come into your mind, or you may feel like people who have fear based consciousnesses are coming around you, which is the reason why sometimes you may feel a little bit trapped with regards to the way that these people choose to look at things in their lives. This is the reason why you provide this element of stillness towards other people, but sometimes that stillness happens so much that it feels like there's nothing moving bloody forward for you. Sometimes it feels like stagnancy, if that makes sense, and it's not stagnancy due to lack of your effort. It's potentially because of the universe needing some time to be able to refine what your dreams and blessings are coming towards you. It's like preparing the blessings to be able to come for you. I'm not gonna lie, I really feel like you're also being taught a lesson by the universe to be able to put yourself first and not think about other people's thoughts, actions, and behaviors, and how you can help other people so much when you can be thinking about how you can help yourself more. So I do think that that's something that's like a massive possibility as well, that you are being placed in that position because you need to understand that you are like a person that's highly recognized for what you do, for all of these people that you do choose to help. You may even help people with mental health, whether they're friends, lovers, or work acquaintances. Regardless, you are very recognized around you for what you do. You may also want to be in a position where you're more recognized for what you do, but your mind sometimes can get on top of you. But you've also got choices to make as well, with the lovers cards being there. Yeah, you may be in a place where you've always felt like you've put a partner first in your life as well. And you may be also in a position where you're trying to help this person to grow into the person who you can see they potentially can be. But sometimes it's one of those things of being careful to make sure that you put yourself first as well, because whilst you're helping this person and nurturing them and they're growing into this place where they honor you so much, they honor what you bring to the table so much, you've helped them so much with their mental health, you may be sometimes feeling a little bit depleted because you're forgetting about yourself. Okay. So try to remember yourself, because the more you remember yourself, the more you'll be able to have that energy to help other people, because you know that you've been giving yourself the energy that you have given to others. Okay. So don't forget yourself, darlings. You deserve enough feeling just as special as you're making other people feel around you. Okay. You're creating this stability around you. You may want to and have this strong desire to create stability around you. It may be a family member that you're helping, or somebody that you love massively and you think of as a family member. Regardless, they're at the beginning of their enlightenment, of their grandiose energy of knowing their inner power, and you are helping them with that. You should be rewarding yourself for helping the people around you out of some of the dark places that they've been in their lives. So yes, stability for the full moon in Taurus is definitely coming towards you, but I do think that the universe is trying to tell you, okay, you've done all this work for other people, what are you going to do for yourself now? What are you going to do to invest in yourself, to show yourself that you are just as important as the people are that are around you in your life? Okay, because the Ace of Pentacles is making an investment on yourself. You also may be waiting for some sort of money so you're able to create stability in your life. But you're going to need to practice patience here, because there's definitely some hold back here that feels like it's difficult to move forward sometimes. But just remember, when you do get these blessings in your life, you will be thanking the day that these blessings have come into your life, and you'll be grateful for the wait that you had to endure before this reward comes towards you guys. Okay. Yeah, massive choices need to be made. Designating some sort of like jobs to the family, the kids in the house or your partner, designating them to help you sometimes, even in small and little ways, because there's definitely love here. I will definitely say that for a fact. It's just that you've had two different upbringings when it comes down to your unions. You've come out of such a dark place in your life and managed to gain the confidence, and now you're helping this person come out of their dark place in their life. But like I said, sometimes that may feel like it's sucking your energy a little bit, and that's the reason why you need to make sure that you're doing things that are self-caring. Get some healing for yourself, do some pampering things for yourself, whether you're a man or you're a woman. Page of Cups, there's a friendship there as well that you may need to be thinking about in your life, not only your love life. Yeah, Page of Cups and King of Cups. So you may be finding that you are merging your family and children together. You may also find as well, like, your person is jumping from being slightly childish into being more of like an adult. You may be wanting romance in your life as well, though, for my single people. You may be wanting romance in your life, and you may be fearful of going into another relationship for fear of being hurt. So I would definitely say, like, you're in a place where you don't know what to do. You're dilly-dallying between, like, desire and wondering when the end results are going to be coming. But you may be suffering from anxiety as well. But this is definitely like a very emotionally abundant deck here. So I would definitely say, like, your relationships in your life are very protected. Very protected. Yeah, you're going to be gaining some sort of truth, though, with the Ace of Swords. Let's see what that truth is that you're going to be gaining for the full moon in Taurus. What's the truth that they're going to be gaining for pile threes? Nine of Wands, that you need to have. Yeah, it's a love relationship, this, with the Two of Cups. You need to think about your boundaries if you're in a relationship. If you're actually not in a relationship, then you need to be thinking about what type of person that you're interested in inviting into your life. Okay. Because yeah, you're holding hope for the future. You want happiness in the future. You really want positivity and a great relationship. You want a passionate relationship as well in your life. So this is about manifestation. At the same time, I would definitely say, with it being the full moon tonight, it's a really great time to be writing down on your list what type of people you want to invite into your life, what type of partner you want to invite into your life. But be very specific in your details as well, because the more specific you are, the more you will meet the right person and not the wrong person who's coming in as a test, if you get what I mean. So think about that as well, pile threes. Yeah, it's just basically speaking about a lot of responsibility being on your shoulders and needing to designate some responsibility to other people. Otherwise, you're going to blow. You'll be in a position where you feel like you're just going to open your mouth and say something that you may regret, when in actual fact, you just need some help around. Nine of Cups, yeah, it's emotional fulfillment, a wish coming true. That's what's going to happen for you, pile threes, after the full moon. A wish come true. What's this wish come true that's going to come for threes? Knight of Wands. Having more passion in your relationships. If you're single, you're probably going to be meeting somebody, because the karmic justice is coming back to you. You're going to be in a position where you are gaining this energy of reversing anything that you feel was sent to test you. It will all start to turn into blessings coming towards you, darling. Yeah, Wheel of Fortune. You guys ain't got naught to worry about, not moving forward anyway, because this is like creating beautiful cycles in your life that are actually very rewarding, not unrewarding for you. And that's probably why karmic justice is there, because you've probably had a huge weight on your shoulders in the past where you've had to do everything and it's been taken for granted in the past, whereas now it's like you're not having it, and you may feel like you have to stand up for yourself for everybody to work with you. You also may feel like with work it can feel a little bit competitive sometimes, and it may be a nightmare for you. So with the full moon in Taurus, you may even be in a position where you're thinking about going to a new job, to tell you the honest to God's truth. And that's because of how much stress you go home with. You know how some people will say when you go to work, leave work at work, and when you go home, you leave work at the door. I think it's a little bit difficult for you to be able to do that sometimes. So you may be feeling slightly confused as to what to do when it comes down to work. But with the Five of Pentacles, it's speaking about you looking at other options when it considers work, or you are the middleman between some people that are falling out in family or at work or in relationships, and you may sometimes feel like you're constantly reassuring people all of the time, but sometimes, like I said, it makes you feel depleted. You're only doing this because you're such an empathetic and kind person, so you want to give your heart to people because you know what it feels like when it's not been given to you. So yeah, with the moon energy, because it is the Taurus full moon tonight, look into your subconscious, okay? Look into your childhood. Look into that energy of what you expect to have emotional fulfillment in your life. Reconciliate some of these values that you've got within yourself and bring that energy back to yourself. Don't leave yourself behind. This wanted to peek out. Don't leave yourself behind. You are allowed to be there for other people, but always remember that you are first and foremost, because you cannot pour from an empty cup. You're probably going to be finding as well that you need to be there for some of your friends and somebody as well who may be suffering with drink problems in some way, shape or form. Regardless of that, you are definitely going to be that lighthouse to the people around you and to the lover around you. And that's what's beautiful. Also, for my single people, for threes, you are going to be getting love coming into your life, but you're not going to find love by being inside all of the time. So just remember, like, it's on its way. It just may feel like it's not yet, but it is on its way. Love is on its way. You are only so introverted because of the deception that you've been through in the past. But just remember, like I said, the Knight of Cups is a romantic love, a love that you deserve to have in your life. And if you're in a relationship, this relationship will get back to a place. It don't feel like it's gone anywhere bad. It's just that it feels like you've given a hell of a lot of support to this partner and they don't know how to support you the same way you support them. This is where it comes back into equilibrium, and you may find that your lover does something quite surprising for you in a gesture to show you that they do love you and they do appreciate you massively. See what star signs I'm actually speaking about here. What star signs are coming up? Libra again. That star sign is coming up for you guys. I've also got Uranus, which is under Aquarius. Yeah, so it's coming up under Aquarius. What other star signs are coming up for threes? These might be the star signs that are indicative to what changes need to be happening around you, pile threes, okay? Give me some more for pile threes. Oh, that one just flew on the floor. So water, your Scorpio, Pisces. What else is Scorpio, Pisces? I'm forgetting what the bloody water signs are. And Cancers. Okay. And then you've also got Jupiter, which is your Sagittarius energy that may be helpful to you guys to understand who I'm talking about here as well. And then we've got Saturn underneath the deck, which is your Capricorn energy. It's actually a really nice reading. It just shows me that, because I keep seeing like a little bit of Mother Teresa vibes here. It's like you love to help other people. I just think that this full moon is coming in to remind you guys that sometimes you need to help yourself, and it's okay to do that, because then you'll have the energy to do what you really want to do for others. Threes. What advice and guidance do threes need? What advice and guidance do threes need? What advice and guidance do threes need for this full moon in Taurus? Oh, that was quite a lot. Shield your energy with your protective light. Cutting people off left, right, and centre. So like I said, you may find a friend that's around you that's going off the rails, and you may have to cut them off because they may be depleting your energy quite a lot. I wish I had your balls. So somebody around you is very, they are admiring who you are, what your essence is, what you embody as a person. Don't settle for less. So that's all I feel like the theme of this reading was for you guys for the full moon in Taurus. Connect to your sacred self-worth. How can I shake up my routine to create the changes that I actually seek? Okay. These are other questions that I want you to be asking yourself, pile threes, because this will ultimately help you to be able to move forward. And if this is relative to you and you understand where I'm coming from, pop a comment down below on what your story is. I'm sure there's lots of people, including me, that are very interested to hear like what that is for you guys and what that means for all of us, because it's weird, but when I do these readings, you'd be surprised how many people are in the same boat as you, and are looking for that advice to be able to move forward, that sense of compassion coming from other people around them that aren't themselves, so they don't feel so alone. Okay. This is what this card says. Sometimes it's not our role to know how everything will unfold, which is helping me to think about stillness. Okay. When you draw this card, it's a reminder to trust the plan. The wisdom of Gaia is with you at this time, and you can enjoy a natural expansion that is taking place in your life after the full moon. You may have a tendency to go traveling and look to the stars for answers, but realize that the planet that you call home has much to offer too. You have chosen to be here. You may not, no, this may not be easy to accept, especially in your current reality, because it may be a harsh one, but your current experiences are vital for your growth. The earth herself cannot escape the challenges that she is facing at this time. Learn from her strength, learn from her yearning for a better future. Come back to her. She is your chosen home, which would be Gaia. So if you guys don't know about Gaia, you need to look Gaia up, and it would be very helpful for you with more guidance, because there's hidden messages in all of these readings. I just tell you what I'm getting, when in actual fact it might be evoking messages within you and making complete sense to you in other dimensions. So just remember that this is what's coming in to your full moon energy. I am super grateful for all of you guys being here. Thank you for your follows, likes, and shares. Thank you for your time. I am so grateful that I've had the time to be able to do this energy exchange with you guys. If you could like and share and understand how grateful I am for your comments, and for your time that you spend on me as well. Just know how grateful I am. I'm sending you all so much love. I'm sending you full moon blessings, and I hope that this full moon brings in nothing but abundance, stability, and everything else that your heart desires. Take care. Bye bye.